The Day in Tech History is sponsored by CashFly over at CACHEFLY.com, where you can host your podcast and get a 14-day free trial.
Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history.
December 3rd, 1968 is where we're going to start. The Control Data Corporation announces the CDC 7600 supercomputer. It would later be considered the first true supercomputer. That system was capable of performing calculations at a speed of 36 megaflops, and it was equipped with a small core memory of 65,536 60-bit words and a clock speed of 27 nanoseconds. It also contained 120 miles of hand-wired connections in its Freon-cooled system. The 7600 and its predecessor, the 6600, were designed by Seymour Cray. And the price of that was $5 million. In 1976, the Pertec computer, who was a manufacturer of computer peripherals, signs a letter stating its intent to acquire micro-instrumentation and telemetry systems, or MITS, for $6 million in stock, the price of one 7600. In 1981, IBM announces that the Data Processing Division would be absorbed into the new IBM National Accounts Division, otherwise known as NAD, and IBM National Marketing Division. Then it would become a part of the New Information Systems Group, which was effective on January of 1982. The National Account Division headquarters was established in the Data Processing Division office building in New York. In 1994, the Sony PlayStation is released by the Sony Computer Entertainment Company. In Japan, that is, $399. In 1998, Cisco Systems announces an agreement to acquire Pipe Links for around $126 million in stock.
If you love the Day in Tech History, then I encourage you to join my Patreon movement over at patreon.com/geekazine. Your contribution keeps the lights on and more Day in Tech History episodes available. Pledge as little as $1 a month or $12 a year for 365 days of podcasts. Add to that all the content from geekazine.com, morninggeeks.com, and other shows that I produce. That's over at patreon.com/geekazine. Now let's get back into your day in tech history.
2002, U.S. President George Bush signed a piece of legislation called the .Kids Implementation and Efficiency Act of 2002 into law, of course. This would create a kid-safe .kids domain, kids.us, in which would be implemented in the following year. 2005, Adobe Systems, a developer of graphic software such as Photoshop, acquires Macromedia, which is a developer of graphic and web design software, for about $3.4 billion in stock. Under the terms, Macromedia shareholders would receive 69 cents of Adobe stock, worth about $41.86 for Macromedia shares. 2007, Motorola CTO Padmasree Warrior stepped down following the CEO departure of Motorola earlier. Also in 2007, Klossner Technologies sued AT&T for $360 million over visual voicemail, and the deadline for the 700 megahertz auction passed. 2008, Yahoo sold Launchcast to CBS Radio. Launchcast was a series of free radio stations on many different subjects. Apple amended its lawsuit so it could try to find out who SciStar has as for investors. Also in 2008, Stephen Colbert asks people to get on iTunes at 5 p.m. to buy his Christmas album. He plans to knock off Kanye West's album as number 1. And a glitch over at SonicWall's licensing server leaves companies that use the subscription-based security without access for several hours. And in 2009, Google debuted Google Public DNS Service. And that's your Day in Tech History for December 3rd. My name is Jeffrey Powers. www.dayintechhistory.com. You can follow me on Twitter over at DayInTechHist. All the show notes are up on the wiki page. Just go over to dayintechhistory.com to get the wiki page. So until tomorrow, take care. And that's your Day in Tech History. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.